All right, let's say we want to create a drum loop. A couple of different ways to do that. Obviously, we could go down to library and just load one in, but let's say we actually want to create our own specific one, and maybe we have something in mind that we want to actually create. The good news is it's actually not that hard to do. So I'm going to click here, and we're going to select virtual synthesizers, or VST instruments, which is a virtual synthesizer. I'm going to take Acoustica Studio Drums, slide that over a bit. I'm going to go musical typing, and then when I click any note, you notice I get what would be one instrument, so to speak, inside of a drum kit. So how do we actually play a tune? It's not going to be easy, but there is a way to do this. What I'm going to do, what I've found the easiest way to actually get this up on the screen is to click ARM. We're going to start recording, and then I'm going to click a note, any one random note, and then I'll stop. I'll close these down, and we've got our first drum loop up here, and it doesn't really look like much, but don't hang in there. We'll figure this out. So I guess what I'm going to do first is set this down so we just get one bar. So we can erase this. Click the erase tool, get rid of that note. I could have also selected it and then right click to delete or hit the delete button. I'm going to take the loop end to basically 4 notes. And since this is 4/4 time, this would be considered one bar. So note 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see each note is broken down into 8 or 1/8 notes. And that's going to be handy when we're using a drum kit. And you can actually see all the drums or all the parts of a drum kit listed on the left side here. So what we can do is get them so most are visible. Okay, and did we lose? There it is. Okay, so that's not going to sound like much right now. Let's move that over, bring that right to the front. And what we're going to do is hit the home button, so it goes to the start. And if we play that, we're not going to hear anything, obviously. But let's throw a note in here. And the first one I'm going to do is a kick drum. And that kick drum I'm going to play right here. And this would be the start of the second note in this bar. And this is the start of the third note. So let's just play this. Go back to the beginning, hit the home button. All right, we've got a couple of kick drums in there. Now, if I wanted to, what I could do is click loop. And I can actually just have this thing keep looping, which is kind of nice. And this actually makes it easier to input the notes for this drum loop. So I'm going to add now I'm going to add a snare drum in on alternating notes. And I'm just going to let this play as I do that. I've got to find it. There's a snare drum. So I'm going to go here. All right, it's already starting to sound like something. Last thing I'm going to do is add a closed hi-hat. So we've got to find it first. There it is. And I'm just going to put this on every second note. You can see I made a mistake, but you can just drag it over. In fact, I'll just click on all of these, fill them in, and let's see how it sounds. Maybe we want to double up on one of these, so we could drag that over and click, and let's see how that sounds. I don't really like that. I'll drag that one over here and extend this one, and let's see how that sounds. And click another one in here. And this, at this point now, it's just going to be experimenting. And you could just keep adding notes in, but we've basically created our first loop. I'm going to take this off of loop, and if we drag this out now, we actually have a drum loop that we could place as one of our tracks. Okay, that's it. I hope that helps. Over and out.